Hi, we're going to be looking at the poem If You Knew closer. And so the activity is called a close reading of a poem. So, looking at the title, let's try to predict what we think this poem may be about. So, I already circled it as a repeated idea going through the poem in light blue, but in green, I'm going ahead and I'm taking notes or a prediction. So, when I read that, if you knew, I think about a person who needs more information because you is a person. So maybe the person would be more willing to change, possibly. When I look at the first stanza, I've already read through it. Change what I think about people. Maybe I might be judging people. So that's what I'm thinking as I'm reading. And remember, when you analyze, you're looking at the words, but you're also interpreting what it might mean. So we've looked at the title, we've made a prediction in green. Now in red, I'm going to go ahead and get red. And I highlight or underline those words that I may know, I may think I know, but I'm wondering why the writer is using that word ragged. And then also palm in this case. You might take care to touch that palm and then brush because when I think of brush, I think of brushing my hair, not painting my hair, but brushing my hair. So I'm thinking, why would the writer use brush your fingertips? And then along the lifeline's crease. What is this lifeline's crease? So ragged means ripped, maybe, and it's not smooth. So we'll just say replace the underlined word with a synonym or something that means the same. So ragged means not smooth. So my red is a little bit more like burgundy. Palm. You might take care to touch that palm. So you've heard of palm trees. Is it referring to a palm, like a palm tree? In this case, I'm looking at it and I think, uh, just looking at all the sentences here, taking tickets, for example, the verbs or verb phrases, requires hands, right? Tearing them requires hands. Giving back requires hands. So I don't see any trees in there. So I think I'm going to refer to the palm as a part of the hand, the soft part of the hand here. And it says you might take care to touch that palm. So when people touch your hand, they brush, or it's another way of saying lightly, right? So I'm going to put the definition for this word brush is not a noun. It's not a comb or a brush for my hair, which would be a noun. It's actually a verb. It's a way of touching a palm or touching somebody gently. So I'm going to write gently. It looks like a J, but it's really a G. This is the stylus I'm using. Okay, brush your fingertips. So it looks like I'm doing this, right? Very lightly along the lifeline's crease. So you have some creases. See the crease in my hand? That's a crease. What is that? A fold, right? So this word means fold. And lifeline. When I think of lifeline, I think of a life preserver. When I'm drowning in the water and the lifeguard throws that life preserver, that little round donut shaped thing, at me into the water and floats, and I grab onto it, and he saves, or he or she saves my life and helps me to get to the edge of the pool so I can, climb out. But also a lifeline is somebody who saves. They give a lifeline, right? And I've heard of people reading palms, like they'll say, uh, "This means something." If it's a long crease, it means you have a long life, lifeline. So when I see that phrase, lifeline's crease, I think of in itself, this phrase here, I think about maybe living or life, giving, a lifeline. So if you've heard that term before, it's somebody who really helps you out. It could be somebody giving you money to help you because you're on your last dime, or it could be somebody who gives you a word of encouragement. So now I'm going to go back. What if you knew that you would be the last to touch somebody, someone? Would it change the way you interacted with them, in other words? So what if you were taking tickets at the theater? So you're actually looking at someone, you don't know them, and you give back their stubs. Does it really matter if you make eye contact or talk to people? Um, think about that. I think it matters when strangers take the time to say hi to you, or to do something kind for you, and they don't know you. That means a lot, right? Or how about this? You might take care to touch that palm. In other words, make a personal connection. You might take care. So I'm going to underline that. Taking care means you're being thoughtful. And then brushing your fingertips, showing gentleness, just like I showed here. And then along the lifeline's crease. So maybe your actions are more life giving, not life taking. So when you see, this is the opposite, right? I'm just going to do this. Life taking means, violence, right? It's not like that. It's opposite of that. So sometimes you can look at the opposite meaning. So this is sorry. This is just really, really sloppy because I'm not good at writing with a stylus. But basically, if you follow these steps, predicting the title, circling repetition or repeated words, underlining words that may have different meanings, or maybe you don't even know what the meanings are, and you look them up. And then you take the whole thing all together and you reread and you make meaning from that. I hope this helps you, and good luck.